What was I doing? Once Upon a Time. It is Once Upon a Time time. Now this is the season finale of Once Upon a Time, and it's a 2-hour episode, but it's technically like 2 episodes smushed together. So for the sake of not having a super long video, I'm just going to do one now, and then the other one later, 2-parters. This is the first episode. This is Only You. It's season 5, episode 22. Once Upon a Time. Let's do it. There's a blimp. I'm intrigued. It's an airship. I like that.
Look, I know that there's nothing we can really say, but...
You know what you should say? Why you're not at like a funeral parlor and you're at Granny's instead?
What happened with Hades that can't exactly be easy.
Charming, leave.
Leave you to alone.
Thank you. Violet's still a thing, apparently.
Robin's death, it can't be easy for him.
And seeing you back when that's not possible for him.
Yeah, it's kind of effed up, isn't it? Can we start locking the clock tower? People need to quit going up there. Can we talk about how the light's supposed to be coming from the crystal, but there's shadows on his face because the light's clearly coming from under?
Is everything okay?
Hook, don't make an entrance like that.
You did, but now I'm back.
Much to the disgrace of the show. Charming and Hook hug it out.
When you're upset, we follow you to hell. But when I'm upset, I get a timeout.
Burn!
This needle has put dozens of people under a curse they can't wake from.
Maybe quit playing with it then.
We'll call it Operation Mixtape.
Or you don't need any more operation names because you're like practically a man.
But what we're about to do is for the greater good.
That's what everyone thinks when they do horrible things.
Why are we going to take it out of Storybrooke?
To destroy it. Once and for all.
Then why do you need to get on a bus? Just throw it across the line.
There's only one way to fix everything that's tearing us apart. I have to destroy the source of all of our problems. I got the same text.
Didn't check your phone earlier. So like if they destroy all the town's magic, how would that destroy the town? The town existed for almost 30 years without magic.
Wait, the school doesn't know where Henry is any more than we do. We?
You both got cell phones. Call Henry. I love how Zelina's just standing there and Granny's in the background like, I guess I'll take care of your baby.
Any more bright ideas? Regina!
What the heck was that?
How's it even possible we're in land without magic? So is Henry.
Maybe his phone just had a bomb.
Welcome to New York City.
What is your plan exactly? You're just gonna get an apartment with the few $100 you stole? Roland is so cute.
It's everyone. Let's close it up.
If that's everyone, why are there cars driving in the background? Oh, sucked you up. Maybe don't stand next to some weird malfunctioning portal.
It was your idea to go to Hardee's.
Is that product placement? Is her blood just pouring, or is it like following highway lines? Maybe that magic didn't work. It literally was just dripping down. You didn't have to choke the guy. You could have just materialized money. Are you guys gonna eat that pizza?
If I help you, I'll be punished. Punished? By who? By me.
Who are you, sir? Oh, okay. Are you a Jedi?
Like, why are you really here?
Who are you? Your eyes effed up.
Who are you? What do you really want?
Don't get close to bars, dude.
He's the whole reason we're here. He tried to steal magic from our town to wake the woman he loves. She's... Becky.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Sir, I don't know you, but you got a cool scar and you choked out Hook, so I like you.
You're just saying that because you feel bad about ripping her heart out in Camelot.
Burn. Neil's apartment, that's still there. Regina, did you really go to New York in a leather skirt?
Because it's not fair that he survives and Robin doesn't.
Accurate.
So I do good. I hate every moment of it.
So do we. Be evil again.
Never be at peace with myself. That's not true. You fell in love with Robin and you were happy.
And then he died. I get that you want to vent and monologue, but like, you're supposed to be looking for your son. Rumple's just like listening at the door like, this is so annoying. Emotions. Neil had a secret he only told Henry. That's an excuse for them never mentioning it before on the show.
That's impossible.
Henry, where did you find
These books.
Oh shoot. The books? What are they doing there?
They're magic.
There's volumes? Is that Gulliver's Travels? Oh my gosh, we're getting into like folklore and stuff. Paul Bunyan. Okay, now David, we don't have any place to sit. Is this like a Jekyll and Hyde thing?
Promise you'll take me with you. Back to your home. The story, bro.
We don't know who you are and you're kind of squirrely and we don't want you to come with us.
give the pieces to me so I can fix it there, then
Nope, we don't like you.
this is a bad plan.
So you're probably gonna do it anyway, aren't you?
It's the only one we've got.
Yeah. Heroes are stupid. The Holy Grail's just in New York at a library.
This looks kind of like it's twin.
It's got a twin. Are you gonna break that glass? They'll hear you, you stupid kid.
You're not getting this. Not without a fight.
Too bad you're gonna lose.
He just nappy timed you. He just had a rig set up to repair a wand.
Like I said, it's time to see the war.
This is some Jekyll and Hyde stuff, isn't it? Hey, don't break all the stuff. Jekyll and Hyde. How often do you have to get new clothes, bro?
No one hurts Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah. An airship! Whoa, that is a magical looking land. Who all lives there, I wonder? Did they really feel like they needed to show us the title of the book he's from? Who doesn't know who Dr. Jekyll is?
What happened to both of you?
Grandma. Yes, the crystal now.
Cause I'm just a weak, stupid kid.
The evil queen is never coming back. You don't have to worry about me.
It ain't always about you. Magic doesn't kill people. People kill people. Is Henry gonna go evil queen?
But we didn't find anything. It was just a waste of time.
You're a liar, Henry. Those are all the same extras Henry walked by. I saw the chick with the fuzzy red hair.
Is this really gonna help find him?
This will tell us if he's still in New York.
So he's just totally okay with her using magic now? Oh, because, you know, the ends justify the means? God, I hate people.
You're summoning a portal?
And you know how to do that?
I'm gonna give you what you've always wanted, Belle.
A better man? Oh. He went for the crystal when he should have went for Belle. Oh, no. Also, how did he know where to open a portal, when, and what he was grabbing? How does he know any of this?
How is this box gonna help us find a home? It's not a box that's important. It's what's inside.
And how do you know what's inside?
Rather, who,
This is dumb.
if the Dark One ever wishes to see his wife again.
How does he know he has a wife? Didn't they just mention he was in love? Oh my gosh, that's really dumb and flimsy. Okay. Episode was actually not that bad until that ending. Right after Robin died, everyone's at the diner, people feeling sorry for Regina. Emma's outside with Hook and is like, let me go talk to Regina and, like, break the news that you're back. Henry's there and Violet's talking to him and it's like, oh yeah, she's a thing. Rumple still wants Belle to wake up and he can't do it with True Love's kiss from him or her dad. He has the Olympian crystal. He goes to the clock tower, activates it, and a bunch of magic shoots around. And during all that commotion, Hook runs into Granny's, and everyone's like, oh, Hook's here. Then they're all like, okay, we have bigger issues than Hook being back, because that huge blast of magic, probably from Rumple. They go to the clock tower, they feel some aura, and they're like, he activated the crystal, and he tethered all of Storybrooke's magic to it, so we gotta go find him. Regina wants to go help, and Emma's like, you should sit this one out, and Regina's like, really? You trying to bench me? And then she just poofs herself away. Emma tells Henry to go to her apartment and just wait for them. Then Henry goes to the pawn shop. He texts Violet, she meets him there, he's stealing money, and tells her that magic is super bad, and he wants to get rid of it, and he's going to use his author powers the wrong way by writing what he wants to happen. He writes that he wants the Olympian crystal to show up in his hand. It does, and he's like, okay, let's go on a road trip. Then everyone's at Snow and David's, and they're trying to figure out where Rumple might be, and Regina storms in, and she's like, where's Henry? He sent me a text that he, wants to destroy the source of our problems. And Emma's like, oh, I got the same text. I don't ever check my freaking phone. Rumple comes in, and he's like, hey, so the kid took my freaking crystal, and if he destroys it, he's gonna destroy, like, the whole town. So I want my crystal back. Regina don't want to hang out with Emma because she tried to, like, bench her, and then Emma's like, hey, I can GPS track his phone, and she's like, alright, you can help. Emma figures out that he is in Boston, so they're gonna go off on a quest to find him. Everyone in town's also really worried about, the town being destroyed, so Zelena opens a portal so they can all just go back home and be safe. Emma and Regina are in Boston, and the bus that the phone was being tracked to, Henry ain't on it, and he left his phone so it would be tracked there. And then Regina throws it in a trash can and it bursts on fire, and they're like, wait a minute, we have magic here. Magic's, like, out in the world now. Then they're like, well, where did Henry really go? He's totally in New York. Then back in Storybrooke, everyone's going back to that portal to get to safety. Roland goes, and he hugs Zelena and gives her a little feather from Robin's arrow. They go through. Everyone's supposedly through. She tries to close the portal. It starts messing up, and it sucks them in, and Granny's just sitting there with the baby like, I guess I'm watching the kid again. Regina and Emma are thinking about how they're going to find Henry, and Regina gets a map and puts Emma's blood on it, and they kind of do the magic that Rumple did to find Nil, and it goes the same place. It goes to New York. So they're like, okay, let's head there. Then it shows Rumpelstiltskin, and he's gotten to New York, and one of the toll road guys is there, and Rumple just kind of force chokes him and makes the thing open. You're like, okay, Rumple has magic, and he knows where Henry is. That's not great. Then Henry tells Violet that the reason Nil was in New York is he was trying to destroy magic, and he never told anyone but Henry that. So that's why they're there. They're gonna retrace his steps and find a journal of his dad's, figure out where he was going, and try to destroy magic because Nil was never able to. Then after falling through the portal, the Charmings, Hook, and Zelena are all like, where are we? This is a different land. Zelena's wand is broken and they're gonna need magic to fix it. They find this one dude and he's really squirrely and scared and says he can't talk to people and magic is bad. And then they're like, why are you afraid? And then some dude shows up and just shocks all of them and they all pass out. Then they all wake up and they're in this cage and they can't get through it because there's magic. Zelena's still got her wand, but it's, still broken. Then this dude walks in, he's got this bloodshot eye and a scar, and he's asking them why they're there. He thinks that they were sent by the Dark One. Then the dude starts choking out Hook, and Snow's trying to protect him, so she's just ranting at this dude about how they don't work for the Dark One, they don't even like him. In the course of all that, she mentions that he's in love, and, his love is pregnant. At that news, the guy stops choking Hook, and then he's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. And they're like, hey, let us go. We just want to go home. And he's like, I'm gonna keep you in a cage. Then comes a scene that I feel went on way too freaking long. And that's saying something, because I love Regina's character. Shh. Regina and Emma are at Nil's old apartment. And Henry had been there. He tried to wipe the computer's history, but Emma has a little keychain thing that you can look it up. Regina's walking around, and she sees that there's a book there that Robin Hood must have left. And it was a book she got him. And there was a letter in it from him just kind of saying, he loves her, she's a hero, blah, blah, blah. And then she just starts freaking monologuing for what I felt was way too long. I mean, yeah, I know you got feelings, you want to get out, but you're supposed to be searching for your son so the whole town isn't destroyed, so maybe just save it for later. She starts talking about how, when she does good things, bad things happen. When she's bad and evil, she doesn't have any people in her life. She's alone and has to deal with, hurting people. But she doesn't like being good. She doesn't really like being bad. She's kind of just stuck in the middle. After her big, monologue, the computer beeps and they find out that Henry is at the Midtown Library. And then you see that Rumple's on the other side of the door listening, probably exceedingly bored and annoyed having to listen to Regina vent about her emotions. Really? Really? How did you do that? My cat just fell off my bookcase and then hit the blinds and made them roll all the way up like a cartoon. God, anyway, Henry and Violet get to the library and they go to see the rare book section because Nil had written in his journal he was going to go there. When they get there, Henry's kind of like, oh my gosh, because he sees there are tons of volumes of the Once Upon a Time storybook. He looks through them and all the stories are totally different than his story. It has Gulliver's Travels showed for a second, Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and there was Paul Bunyan, and then there was a picture that looked like the place where, his grandparents and Zelena and Hook are. Then it shows everyone back in the cage in that mysterious land, and the squirrely dude that they first met comes in, and he says he wants to help them because he wants to get away from the other dude just as much as they do. He says he'll help them escape if, when they get home, they take him with them. During this whole scene, I was like, okay, it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. I kind of suspected earlier, not fully, but this scene, I was like, that's totally what this is. Zelena's wand's still broken, so they're like, okay, bring us the stuff so we can fix the wand. And he's like, I'm gonna need to take the wand. And they're like, this is a really stupid idea, but it's the only one we got. So here, take our only means home. Then back to Henry and Violet. They're still in the library. They're looking through all the books, and there's nothing in there that tells them how to destroy magic. Then Violet looks over at the bookcase, and there is what is pretty much looking exactly like the Holy Grail, but it's black. And they're like, maybe the Holy Grail, started all the magic. Maybe this will end all the magic. I don't know why it's in the library in New York, but let's go with it. Henry breaks the display case. He puts the Olympian crystal next to that Holy Grail, unholy Grail, and it starts to vibrate, and he's like, oh, this is it. This is what can destroy magic, so we can't do it here. It's not safe. They don't know what they're doing, but they don't want to do it there. He throws it in his bag. They're ready to leave. As they open the door, Rumpelstiltskin is there. Henry tries to be all brave, and he's like, Violet, get behind me. And he's getting ready to fight Rumple, and Rumple's like, hang on, child. Poof. And they both fall asleep. Then it shows that squirrely looking dude from before, and he goes into this lab, and he does this whole kind of setup. It looks very steampunky, but he fixes the wand, And then the one dude that was out on the grounds that, like, shocked them all shows up, and he's like, hey, what are you doing in here? The little dude says that he's working on the wand because the other guy wants it, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go talk to the other guy, and he holds the dude down and pours this liquid in his mouth. He turns into the other dude, totally Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I know things. The dude tells Hyde that Jekyll was working on this wand, and he thinks he's doing it to help the prisoners, so should they just, like, kill the prisoners, or what? Hyde's like, no, we can use this because we've been trapped here for far too long, so let's use this to our advantage. The helper dude's like, what do you mean, we're gonna go with them? And he's like, no, we all are. And then it shows this cool, awesome, Jules Verne-looking weird land with airships, and it was like, I want to live there. And then there's kind of like a dumb little insert. It says, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's like, yeah, most people would have gathered that. Are you just assuming the viewers are stupid? Because that's kind of rude. Like, I would hope Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is somewhat in our society's knowledge to be like, oh yeah, that's totally what's going on. He said their freaking name, for crying out loud. Regina and Emma show up at the library, and Violet and Henry are still on the ground. And Henry's like, you know, magic is so evil, magic makes things bad. Totally disregarding the fact that, you know, magic isn't just evil. There are evil people who use it improperly. That's kind of like a gun laws argument. Like, dude, the magic isn't killing anyone. It's bad people. Then he says something that's kind of like a little indicator that Henry might go full evil at one point too, because he was like, who knows what I would do if something happened to one of you guys? And it's like, whoa, that's the makings of an evil queen. Evil Henry, king, prince, I don't know. But he lies to them and says that he didn't find anything useful and totally doesn't mention the unholy grail. So now they're like, crap, we have to find Rumple, and they try to do that little blood thing on the map, and it doesn't work because somehow he's blocked their magic. Then we see that Rumple has checked into a hotel, and he puts the little box with Belle on the bed, and he puts the little Olympian crystal off to the side, and he's getting ready to let Belle out. At the same time, Hyde's doing magic to open a portal, and it makes Rumple's bedroom shake. And then Rumple's met with kind of the dilemma of, like, which one do I save? And he goes and dives towards the Olympian crystal, and then the portal opens on the bed, and Belle's little box goes through. Hyde catches the box, and he's like, okay, so, you know, what we're gonna do, we need leverage so we have the Dark One's wife. First of all, how did he know where the Dark One was? How did he know that Belle was in a box? How did he know he was actually married? Because he mentions wife, and I don't remember them saying that he had a wife. They said that the Dark One had a lover. So, where is he getting this information? Like, you have to have a specific place in mind to open a portal so precise. And it's like, no one knew he was in that hotel room. How did this dude? Anyway, credits. The episode actually wasn't that bad up until that little kind of that stupid thing at the end. The portal thing at the end was dumb to me. I kind of find it a little weird Henry's like complete 180 on his view of magic. All of a sudden he's just like, no, magic is evil. Magic's doing all these bad things. When he's very clearly been in a world where he sees that like good people try to do good, bad people try to do bad, and sometimes things go the right way and sometimes they don't. That's just freaking life. It just seems kind of odd that all of a sudden he's putting all of his focus and anger on getting rid of magic all of a sudden. That just seems odd. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and watch the second part of this, and if you guys want to watch my reaction to the second part, you can click the link. I'll put it here. Why not? So if you guys have any thoughts, or if I left anything out, you can drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later, which will be, like, immediately. So, until next time.